Hi YouTube! I always make New Year resolutions because I think it's just the perfect time for a big refresh, restart. I do small restarts weekly, then monthly, and then every half year. But nothing tops like the restarts I do every year. Every beginning of the year, I come up with brand new goals, bucket lists, and throughout the year, the smaller restarts would just be modifying the big goals that I made in the beginning of the year. So this is what sets the tone for this entire year. And one of my goals is learning or continue learning Spanish, which brings me to this planner. Sorry for the long intro. It's my first time using a planner to study a language, so that's why I wanted to share my ideas and get some ideas as well for how I use my language study planner. I have here a B6 size from Sterling Ink Common Planner in Onyx with white edge. It's also my first time using a B6 size also, but I just thought A5 size would be too big and intimidating for a beginner. I've been always studying Spanish here and there in 2023, but I wanted to get more serious this year. So let's take a look at how I plan to use this planner for my 2024 language study planner. Going inside, it starts with the yearly calendar overview, which I'll just be using as a reference. I won't be writing anything here, but the next page is just an empty grid pages. And I plan to write down here any cool phrases that I learned or heard throughout the year. So it'll be kind of like a vision board, but with phrases and maybe some words I want to remember. My vision is that at the end of the year, it'll look like, you know, one of those like hello signs that have a bunch of different languages, but all in Spanish phrases and words. Then in the goal breakdown, it gives you so much space, which I'm not sure if I'll use it all, but I plan to, of course, write down my goals. So someday I wish I can speak fluently in Spanish, so I'll break down how I will get to that point, what I'll do each day and weekly basis and monthly and so forth. And then on the quarterly plans, I'm thinking of writing books that I'll be reading or read in Spanish here. I'm reading children's books, so I tend to finish them quickly. So I'll have all this space, which is nice. On the priority box, I plan to, again, right here, where in learning Spanish I want to be by end of the quarter. So right now, my goal is that by end of March, I want to be able to watch a Disney movie without subtitles. The reason why I picked Disney movie is because it's for kids, so language is easier, and I know the plot already, so it'll be easier to follow along. I will also write in the same box what I'm going to do in order to accomplish that goal. So I plan to watch Little Mermaid, so I'll be reading children's book version of the Little Mermaid, so I know what Little Mermaid is in Spanish. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll watch once with the subtitles, so I'll be able to take notes on new vocab beforehand. So when I watch it without the subtitle, I won't be so lost. And by end of the March, I will watch the movie as promised and test myself on how well I did. Because I'm not in school anymore, I think kind of planning on my own course in advance and testing myself is a great way to A, test my skills, and B, keep me accountable. On this side, I will be habit tracking. So I'm thinking of how long I studied each day. Did I do a vocab review? Did I write journal entries? Which I will get into in a bit. And then on the monthlies is where I'm completely lost. I have no idea what I'm going to use the monthlies for. I have a vague idea of using the monthlies to track which materials I use to study Spanish. So I'm using Quizlet, YouTube videos, children books, etc. So writing the materials I use, I could write here, but I'm already using another notebook for that, so I'm not sure if I need to write duplicate information. So if anyone is using a planner to learn a language, please let me know what you're using the monthlies for, because I'm just lost. And then on the weeklies, I plan to write 10 new vocab that I will memorize each day. And at the end of the week on Sunday, I will test myself. So there will be a total of 70 new vocab. Oh, that's kind of a lot. Maybe it won't be 10 new vocabs each day. I'll say around 10 new vocabs each day. And then on the sidebar, I will write down which vocab that I didn't get right that week. Then when reviewing my vocab, I'll know I have to pay special attention to the ones on the sidebars. And I plan to test myself again at the end of the month for all the words I should have learned that month. And the ones that I missed, I will write down on the sidebar in the monthly. Then these undated daily pages is why I wanted a planner to go along with my language study to start with, because I want to write journal entries in Spanish, ideally every day, but I know I won't be able to every day, hence the undated dailies. And because they're undated, I can take as much space as I need. So every day I journal, I will write down the date, of course. Then I have two ideas on how I'm going to journal. Either I will take as much time as I need, or I'm thinking of setting up a timer to write as much as I can in maybe 15 minutes or something. I think my journaling style will evolve with my learning, but either of those two is the idea for now. Then I can check my work, make corrections, then write the corrected version one more time. And while writing journal, I might have some new vocab that I didn't learn yet, so I'll write those down in the weekly so I can learn them the following week. So that's how I'm planning to use this planner. For outside decorations, I have none. I didn't even buy a cover yet because I wasn't sure how dirty it will get. I usually don't like having covers on my journals or planners unless it's absolutely necessary because it will get dirty otherwise. Or I just carry it around with me a lot. So I'll use this planner and see if I'll need a cover. And in the meantime, let me know if there are any cute B6 size covers. Again, I never used this size before, so I need to think which sites actually sell B6 covers. Well, that's it for this planner, but this is not the only planner I will be using to study Spanish. I actually have another notebook. She's a thick one that I've been already using this year and will continue to use for next year as well. It's a simple lined notebook that divides into 5 sections. And each section is for a different material. So first section is for Quizlet testing. Second section is the Duolingo app that I'm using. Third is the children's book. Fourth is for YouTube videos that I'm using. And the fifth, I was planning to use it for journaling, but I decided to do that in this planner. So I'm thinking of using as children's TV shows or movies because I will start watching children's TV shows or movies in 2024. Then I think that's it for today's video. If you have any suggestions on how to use a planner to study a language or even just general tips on learning a language, share them in the comments. And if you know any good materials to learn Spanish, also comment below because I'm always looking for new and fun materials. I hope I gave you some ideas. If you're not learning a language, let me know your New Year resolution if you have any. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next week. Bye!